Is your PC running slower than usual? You know that feeling when you're trying to get work done or maybe just hop into a game and your computer is dragging its feet? It's the worst. Don't worry, we've all been there. The good news is you don't have to put up with it. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through 10 essential steps to breathe some life back into that sluggish PC. We're talking simple tweaks and tricks that anyone can do, no need to be a tech wizard. Chapter 1. Banish those digital gremlins, check for malware and viruses. Alright, first things first. We gotta make sure your PC isn't harboring any unwanted guests. Malware and viruses are sneaky little buggers that can really bog down your system. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. Now you're gonna need a good antivirus program for this. There are a ton of options out there, both free and paid, but personally, I recommend going with a reputable paid option. It's like investing in a good security system for your house. You know, better safe than sorry. Once you've got your antivirus installed, run a full system scan. This might take a while, so maybe go grab yourself a coffee or tea, maybe watch an episode of your favorite show. Let the antivirus do its thing. It'll sniff out any malicious software lurking in the shadows. And hey, if it finds anything, don't panic. Just follow the prompts to quarantine or remove the threat. You'll be back to browsing memes and editing videos in no time. Chapter 2. Startup programs. Stop them from hogging the starting line. Imagine you're at the starting line of a race and a bunch of people crowd around you. That's what happens with too many startup programs. Your computer works hard to load them all. Let's clear the clutter. Hit Ctrl+, Shift+S to open Task Manager. Click on the Startup tab. Do you need all these programs at startup? Right-click and select Disable to stop them. Chapter 3. Digital decluttering. Uninstall programs you don't use. Alright, time to channel your inner Marie Kondo and do some digital decluttering. We've all got those programs lurking on our computers, taking up space and gathering virtual dust. You know, that video editing software you tried once and never touched again? Or that game you downloaded but never actually played? Well, guess what? It's time to say goodbye. Head over to your settings by clicking on the Start menu and selecting the gear icon. From there, click on Apps and then Apps and Features. Now, scroll through the list and be ruthless. See a program you haven't used in months? Uninstall it. Don't worry, if you ever need it again, you can always reinstall it. But chances are, you won't even miss it. Think of it this way. You're freeing up valuable storage space and giving your computer less to process, which means it can run faster and smoother. Chapter 4. Take out the digital trash, clean up disk space. Let's be real. Our computers are kind of like our real-life spaces. They tend to accumulate clutter over time. And just like a messy room can make you feel stressed and overwhelmed, a cluttered hard drive can slow down your PC. But don't worry, we've got a trusty tool for this job: Disk Cleanup. It's like a digital vacuum cleaner, sucking up all those unnecessary files and giving your system some much-needed breathing room. To fire it up, just type Disk Cleanup in the Start menu search bar and click on the app. You'll see a list of file types you can delete, like temporary files, downloaded program files, and even that overflowing recycle bin. Check the boxes next to the files you want to get rid of and hit OK. Trust me, your computer will thank you. Chapter 5. Defragging like organizing your bookshelf for faster access. Alright, imagine your hard drive is like a giant bookshelf. Over time, as you add and delete files, things can get a little messy. Files get fragmented, meaning they're scattered all over the place instead of being neatly organized in one spot. This makes it harder for your computer to find and access them quickly. That's where defragging comes in. It's like taking all the books off your shelf, dusting them off, and putting them back in perfect order. To do this, type defragment and optimize drives in the Start menu. Search bar and click on the app. Select your hard drive and click on Optimize. Now, this process might take a while, especially if you haven't done it in a while, so maybe go grab another coffee, watch some cat videos, you know the drill. Chapter 6. Keep things up to date. Update Windows and drivers. Think of software updates like regular tune-ups for your car. They keep everything running smoothly and efficiently. Windows updates, in particular, often include performance improvements, bug fixes, and even security patches, so it's super important to keep your system updated. To check for updates, head over to Settings, Update and Security. Windows Update. Click on Check for Updates and let Windows do its thing. While you're at it, don't forget about your drivers. Drivers are like translators between your hardware and software, making sure they can communicate properly. Outdated drivers can cause all sorts of issues, from slow performance to crashes. To update your drivers, go to Device Manager. Just type it in the Start menu search bar. Find the device you want to update, right-click on it, and select Update Driver. Easy peasy. Now, we all love those fancy visual effects. The fading windows, the smooth animations. They make our computing experience just a little bit more pleasant. But let's be honest, they can also be a bit of a resource hog. If you're really looking to squeeze every ounce of performance out of your PC, especially if you're working with older hardware, toning down the visual effects can make a noticeable difference. Don't worry, you don't have to go full-on retro mode. We can find a good balance between aesthetics and performance. Press the Windows key plus R, type sysdm.cpl, and hit Enter. Go to the Advanced tab. Click on Settings under the Performance section. Here, you can either choose Adjust for best performance for a no-nonsense approach, or go through the list and customize which effects you want to keep or disable. Let's talk about virtual memory. Imagine working on a massive puzzle, but your table is only so big. Virtual memory is like having an extra table in the next room for puzzle pieces. It lets your computer use hard drive space as RAM, giving it more room to breathe. Windows usually manages virtual memory automatically, but you can boost it manually if needed. Press Windows key plus R, type sysdm.cpl, and hit Enter. Go to the Advanced tab, click Settings under Performance. Click Change under Virtual Memory. Uncheck Automatically Manage Paging File Size. Select the drive, choose Custom Size. Set initial and maximum size to about 1.5 times your RAM. Sometimes, no matter how much you optimize your software, the issue might lie with the hardware itself. It's like trying to win a car race with a sputtering engine. You need a bit of an upgrade. One common culprit is RAM. If you're constantly running out of memory, especially when multitasking or running memory-intensive applications, adding more RAM can make a world of difference. Another potential bottleneck is your hard drive. If you're still rocking a traditional hard disk drive, HDD, upgrading to a solid-state drive, SSD, can feel like strapping a rocket to your PC. SSDs are significantly faster than HDDs, resulting in much faster boot times, application loading, and overall responsiveness. Of course, before you go out and buy new hardware, it's a good idea to check the health of your existing components. For RAM, you can use the built-in Windows Memory Diagnostic tool to check for errors. For hard drives, tools like Crystal Disk Info can give you insights into the health and performance of your HDD or SSD. All right, we've arrived at the last resort, the nuclear option: reinstalling Windows. This should be your absolute last resort. Think of it like a factory reset, wiping everything clean. Back up all your important data. Photos, documents, videos, everything. Go to Settings, Update and Security. Recovery. Under Reset this PC, click on Get Started. Choose Keep My Files or Remove Everything. Follow the on-screen prompts and let Windows do its thing. And there you have it. Follow these steps, and your PC should be running much smoother. Remember, a little maintenance goes a long way. Just like you wouldn't neglect your car or your house, your computer needs some TLC every now and then to stay in tip-top shape. Now, if you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And while you're at it, why not subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future tech tips and tricks. I'm always here to help you get the most out of your technology. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.